Yes, it's that time of year, friends. It's C3, the big weekend for fighting cancer, getting great comic books, and supporting community members. This has been a huge success so far. So if you guys aren't following Rob's Fat Stacks, if you're not following DJLinx, if you're not following Legion of Comics, you've been missing out on some incredible stuff. All the information, there's a whole link tree in the description to this video where you can then catch up on all the things going on. The goal of 25,000 crushed, destroyed, left in the dust. We are now well past $30,000, pushing on towards making a tramp stamp actually possible in our community. This is all part of the master plan of a gentleman that we call the Fat Stacks himself.
Well, I'm one piece of a three-headed beast, and let's be honest, without the three different components, it doesn't happen. Because as we've seen so far, DJ is our money man. That man has raised a huge portion of this through his efforts. A lot of, I mean, not just him, but it's, you know, we got community who's donating stuff. But I mean, his show definitely draws a lot of people, and he's done a lot of efforts on his own, picking up a lot of stuff from New York Comic Con that he did with his early Whatnot sale that he then donated all that to us. And then of course, you know, the stuff that he's done with his company and everything else, and the work that he did in making the Unnatural Order #1 a reality. I mean, I cannot understate, you know, it's really cool to have you know, something like that, have your own exclusive. But forget that. The exclusives take time to happen. They don't happen overnight unless somehow you're DJLinx. And then in a matter of three, go from zero to reality. Oh yeah, we got a book. Oh yeah, Scout's going to do a special printing for us, so we have them in time for New York Comic Con. It's absolutely insane. It just doesn't happen. Yeah. So the man is and of course Mark is a dynamo of energy, making it happen. And his excellent pitch man, getting out there, and hype man, you know, out there keeping everything going, getting everybody excited and going. Yeah. So to crush our goal, to crush that 25K goal on day one, and to be sitting right now over $30,000. So we beat the first stretch goal. So now Lee is, I know, I'm just waking up out here on the West Coast like you. I just got my coffee and got here. So I haven't seen yet, but if Lee shaved his beard this morning, but he should be getting ready to wax those eyebrows.
Yeah, he did one half. If you didn't see, Lee started, and then they got wrapped up in other things, but it's all going to be deadly when Lee is.
So the 25K was to shave his beard, 30K was to wax his eyebrows. So now he's got to wax his eyebrows away. And then, so the next stretch goal is the 40K. Yeah. And at 40K, his partner Tyler has said that he was going to get the Comics Curing Cancer logo tattooed in the back end license plate. So I'm excited to see that, and I can't wait for Heroes Con when we all gather around, take pictures pointing.
Yes.
At that thing.
Look what we did.
Exactly.
So for everybody who's new to the channel, of course, these are my daughters. We got Kate and Charlie. We're going to be talking all kinds of good Halloween stuff here while we raise money for Comics Curing Cancer. The link is in the description. It's pinned at the top of the chat. I'm going to be dropping it regularly. Here's the deal. Rob has culled together a ton of great giveaways for our show today. For every $25 you guys donate, you get an entry on the wheel. So if you guys you want to donate $100, you get
this show's wheel.
The wheel that I am doing, and I will be creating all through the show. If you donate $50, you get also onto Rob's wheel tonight. So if you get over 50, you get one time on that wheel. So everybody can get their one shot on there as well. So a $50 donation during this show gets you 2 spots on my wheel and gets you on Rob's wheel tonight. So think about it. There's a ton that we're going to be giving away. If you've been watching my Instagram, you've seen Omnibus like Avengers 1, JLA 1. We have a ton of great things to give away.
Yeah.
I've got
Justice League of America Omnibus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
These are expensive Omnis. You get them for the price of your donation. I've had a ton of people asking for 8 billion genies. They want it. Yes, there's the Avengers Volume 2 Omnibus.
Ugh.
So all you need to do, click that link.
This is $100 US by itself, retail price.
You can win that for $25.
Check it this way. Anybody like this story?
Oh my gosh! So that's the giant size hardcover special edition for God Loves Man Kills. Yep. One of my all-time favorite comics.
This was $35 by itself retail.
So you donate to charity, like Legion of Comics just donated $50. He's on the wheel now twice for me. He's already been on Rob's wheel, so he's ready. So you get on the wheel. We will spin it routinely all through the show today and give away lots of things. We have my buddy, like last year, Albert Loves Comics, who makes these incredible handmade comic journals for people. He did 2 this year for me. And then, of course, my man Bearded Comic Bro, he put together a mystery box with 2 slabs in it. And I'll show you those slabs. Those will not be the mystery. But he's going to be sending that out. You could win that prize. And then, of course, somewhere near the end, we're going to be doing something special. We'll auction off a box of goodies for our friend Jennifer from Comics Will Break Your Heart and drop her GoFundMe so that you can support her, because obviously she's a community member in this challenge that we're fighting this whole weekend.
Yeah.
Let's lick cancer. Let's power bomb cancer. Let's destroy cancer by doing
hit that lick button. Yes. Yeah. And the like button while you're at it.
Taylor Winder, who won earlier today, he knows how to get on those wheels and win. So you want to do the same? Now, what we're doing is Rob is keeping track of the donation page, so he'll know and he'll give me names as they donate. So when that happens, we'll build our wheel, and every so often we'll spin it. So getting on the wheel earlier helps you. So the first couple times we spin it in the middle of the show, if only a few people have donated, chances are better, right? So get in early, get in there fast as you can. See Bizzle, he's already on there. He's already joined in. So we're gonna definitely spin the wheel probably in about let's say 10 minutes. We'll get that first group of people on there and give away something good to some of those early people who are in. Evil Mike is already on there. Mike's in there for 50, so that means he's definitely going to be eligible for the wheel that Rob spins tonight on his channel and twice on our channel. Good morning, girls.
Morning.
Sleepy?
Yep.
So the girls have been watching, at least the first time under my roof, horror movies, Rob.
Nice.
We have dived into the deep end as far as like classic horror movies. Last night we watched Halloween.
Oh, okay. I thought you was. No, go
I
ahead. No, look, Halloween's a classic, especially if we went to the original Halloween.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if when you said classics, I thought you were going MGM classics.
Monster classics.
That's my realm.
Sure. No, we're doing horror specifically. Okay. So they did the original Friday the 13th, the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay. And then last night we watched Scream after we finished Halloween.
Very good.
It all kind of started because Kate went to a friend's house for a sleepover and admitted that they watched several horror films. And I thought, wait, they're supposed to be waiting so that we can enjoy these together. Yeah. So anyways, we would definitely be discussing some of those horror films that they've enjoyed, because I know that some ranked higher than others based on their appreciation.
Yeah, well, and rightfully so. Some of them are better than others.
Yeah.
And they're very different as you move from, I think, to today's horror films have really become slasher films.
Yes.
As opposed to the horror films of yore. which is why I kind of gravitate towards the older. I don't necessarily personally care for slasher films, so to speak. I've watched quite a few of them. Not my biggest cup of tea.
Well, it's also a thing.
Or
that
maybe
goes
it is
through
my cup of
phases.
tea because I'm more of a coffee drinker and I don't really care for tea so much. But
they go through phases, right? Like the monster films that you mentioned the early slasher, the stuff that they're doing today. That there was the paranormal phase where everybody was doing paranormal movies. The found footage era,
right. Oh yeah.
Everybody has their favorites in those eras, right? Oh, I see a lot of names already getting added to the wheel, so I'm going to add them in. I'm going to let Kate talk a little bit about whichever one she felt like was the best for her.
I feel like I liked Scream the best, probably.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I saw it first, so I saw it before all the other ones.
Right.
And then rewatching it after watching all the other ones is more fun because you get all the little references they make, because they make so many references to other horror movies and like all the rules that horror movies are supposed to follow and that kind of stuff. I liked Friday the 13th. The ending was kind of like anticlimactic for me.
Oh, really? Well, why so?
Can I spoil? Does it matter?
I mean, these movies are pretty old. You should feel free to spoil.
Okay, I'm just like making sure.
No, I get it.
I kind of wish that Jason was like the actual killer, because like he doesn't show up in this movie, and then they said in Scream he shows up in the second one. But yeah, I mean, like having his mom be the murderer was kind of like anticlimactic for me. I liked those kind of like scarier slasher movies, but
I thought it was a pretty cool twist. Like you think like it's gonna be this guy, and then this old lady comes out, and you're like, oh my god, she's saved. And then all of a sudden the lady turns out to be the bad guy, and it's like, what?
Yeah, but I wish there was like more of a bad guy aspect. You know what I mean? Like I wish there was more of a bad guy character, because I feel like she was like just like this old lady trying to beat up this like teenager.
I mean, she killed like.
I mean, she did pretty well. If you really look at her
like,
skill set.
I don't know. I wanted creepy like.
Are any of these the names that I'm putting on, Rob? Are any of them like more than one $25 donation? Should I be doubling any of them up?
Oh, are you doing by 25s, huh?
Every 25,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. And yes,
no worries.
There are. I should. God,
no worries.
I'm having issues with this list right now. It's not populating. I'm going to sign out, sign back.
We got time. We got time for our first spin for sure. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. So hi, good mornings to everybody. What's up, Tony? Good morning to you, man. You're spoiling it for for Trevor Winder. Don't want to ruin it for Taylor. I mean, sorry, Taylor doesn't want to be ruined. Chris says not a flash.
Taylor's already ruined.
Gary B says he just sent in a donation. Mike says slashers are okay. Yeah, most of these were slasher movies that we've been watching so far.
Slasher movies.
Yeah, you prefer that?
Yeah.
Because I know you're not ready for like super freaky, like stuff that feels super real.
I like slasher though.
Slasher. The benefit of slasher horror is it's kind of ridiculous and it's kind of over the top,
Yeah,
and you
it's
don't
kind of funny too.
You don't have to be like scared of it as much. I think maybe.
Like Scream wasn't actually that scary.
It had a couple of good jump scares.
Yeah.
But I felt like what I liked about Scream was there was a lot of good creativity.
Like the delay.
Yeah, the 30-second delay where they're like the killer's in the house, but they're watching on a 30-second delayed screen and they're like trying to figure out, what's going on in the house. Or the bit when she locks herself in the car and thinks she's safe, and then he's got the keys and he's holding the keys, and then he's climbing in the back. So cool. I like a lot of that stuff. Let's see. Comic Vet is in the chat. What's going on, Chris? Oh, sorry, where is it? He just donated $25, so Chris is going to be on the wheel as well. Urban Legend. I haven't seen that one in a long time. Shop. That's a classic.
Sorry.
No, that's not. I'm not going to say classic. Sorry, I'm misusing the term. Poltergeist. There's a great one. You guys would be freaked out about that one, I think. Can't wait till you see Jason X. I think they're ready for more Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of confused because they said Jason's in the second one, but like.
Well, we kind of saw him at the end of the first one climb out of the lake and grab her and pull her in. Was it a dream? Was it a dream?
Well, there's no proof that it was.
I mean, who knows?
I mean, wasn't it?
Right. Let's see. Durs says he sent a donation in.
Working it.
I appreciate you guys supporting it. JP says Scream is one of the few slashers I like. It's partly because it knows what it is, right? It's very self-aware.
Yeah, it did feel very different, and I liked it because it had Drew Barrymore. But
Yeah, that's a great scene to start a movie off.
yeah.
Right?
It totally
She almost
dragged
made it.
me in.
If she had not moved, she would have made it.
Bro,
You think if
she
she'd
had not-
stayed hidden?
No, if she had not waited when she was running away from him,
Yeah.
and she stopped, looked at her boyfriend, stopped, looked at her parents. If she had just bolted, she would have made it.
Or
Stupid.
Well,
Or-
what was
So
great
why-
about it was that she was a big star at the time and everything.
Yeah.
And it was like nobody expected her to.
Her face was all big
On
on
the
the poster.
poster.
Yeah, for her. Yeah, she was featured well. So for her to be
killed.
off with so quickly, that was a big shock to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think because she had a pretty good spot, and like obviously the killer didn't expect her to run away because like she said she watches horror movies, so she knew where to run. But then the killer didn't like think that she would go outside. So she saw her parents' car. She just waited for them to get closer. She could have bolted, and they would have been there, and they would have been 3 against 1,
That too.
and they would have just made it. Or she could have just
There's
not
that
moved.
one of my favorite lines in the movie is when Nev Campbell says she doesn't like horror movies because they're all the same. It's some big-breasted bimbo running up the stairs when she should be running out the front door. And
she
then
does that.
the next bit, when she's chased by the killer, she runs up the stairs to get away
Yeah.
from
But
it.
that's only because she can't get out the front. She tries to
The
go
front
out
door's
the front
locked,
door, but
right?
it's locked, and she was
Yeah.
hitting the head, so she's like not thinking.
It's
can't
a
open it.
fun there's a fun self-awareness to it that I really think
Like
is
the
awesome.
behind you, Jamie. Look behind you.
Right? So Charlie, which one has been your favorite then?
Oh, Scream.
That's your favorite as well.
Mhm.
Okay.
Can I say something really fast?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like Halloween wasn't like that scary, but I think it was the scariest out of the other 3 we watched.
Okay.
The
Which one was the
scariest-
first one we watched before?
Friday the 13th.
Okay.
Yeah, we did that one first.
And then
It was
second,
Friday, and then it was.
Yeah, because we
Friday
watched it on
Nightmare.
Friday the
Nightmare.
13th.
Nightmare wasn't that scary.
I thought my list goes Scream, Nightmare, and then Friday, and then Halloween.
But then I literally had a dream about Freddy Krueger last night, and then I was like, maybe it is a little scary.
Now, have you seen like something like Psycho?
No, they have seen
Oh.
several of Hitchcock's movies.
I got
Okay.
some-
Rear Window, North
that's
by
a good one.
Northwest.
Kay hasn't seen those.
Charlie loves old movies, so she tends to be the one that prefers a black and white movie. But yes, Psycho is definitely high on my list for coming up soon.
Yeah, that's a great one.
And talk about a movie that really gives you that sense of you think you know what's going to happen, right?
Right.
You mentioned Drew Barrymore, and yeah,
And for me, like I grew up watching the creature features, right? That they would show late night on Saturday night or Friday night. You'd have the local
Yes.
UHF channel would go at midnight, would go to creature features, and you'd see all these like B movie stuff, and to the point where like when I watched Mystery Science Theater 3000 and they'd show these things, I was yelling at the guys to shut up because I wanted to watch these terrible movies, you know, with super close-ups of like lizards and stuff, making them look like they're a billion stories tall.
right. Well, I think some of those, at the different eras, some of them were designed to be less scary and more like humorous, depending on which era of horror you were into.
Yeah, I mean, it was just the different set of times
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
and movie making, right?
Okay, I got Dale on here, and then I got Sean as my last one. So I'm gonna read the names off that I got here. And if
I got one
anybody in the
more
chat,
just now.
yeah,
And I apologize that I'm giving you legal names here. That's what I've got for the most part.
no, that's kind of how it populates. So we'll do our best to make sure we got everybody. But the names I've got are I got Michael, I got Brian, I've got Phil, I've got Tony, I've got Jeff Schultze, I got Nick, I've got Ben Parker, I got Trev, I got Parm, I've got Gary B, I got Durs, I got Carlos, I got Chris, the comic vet, I got Dale, I got Sean, and I got JP. If there's anybody I didn't say, obviously speak now. We'll get you on the wheel. And then we're going to give away a couple prizes here to kick this whole thing off. Maybe an omnibus and one of, you know what? While people are commenting, I'm going to play the video that I got from my buddy Albert, who donated his time and his art to us. So here are a couple of things you can win that Albert made specifically for today's auction or giveaways.
like that Adam Strange one.
Dude, so cool looking. Yeah, you mentioned Evil Mike is, I believe, Mike. I mentioned Mike at the beginning, so we got Mike on there. Don't worry about that. Let's see. And Ben Parker donated 50. Yeah, I got you on there twice, Ben. Let's double check the wheel here. I'll scroll back up through it so folks can see it. Where are we at here? It's over on this window, isn't it? There we go. Let's see. I got
two more that just came in here.
Yeah. What's the name?
Christopher Sarda for 25 and TW for 50.
All right. So I got TW on there twice. There you go, sir. I've updated the wheel. We're going to give away one of Albert's journals here right now. I'm going to start off with I'm going to give away the cable one. It's not. I don't think it's a Liefeld cover, but it is a cable one. And I think it's X-Force. I want to say 4 or 5, maybe. So I'm going to spin that. We're going to give away one of Albert's journals to kick it off, and then we're going to jump over to Rob, and he's going to grab an omnibus for us to give away as well.
Yeah.
So, where is Raging Cajun's in the chat? What's up, Raging? Evil says I didn't hear an evil. Oh, it's under Michael Moore. Is that all right? Sorry, Evil Mike. Whatever name comes through, because it's done through the American Cancer Society. We don't have access to your YouTube names or anything.
You might have put it, and I'll get it when later on, like when I spit out the Excel sheet. But in the quick updates, without having to download the Excel sheet every time, all I see is just the first and last name you supplied.
Right.
So unless you entered Evil as your first name and Mike as your last name.
There it is. All right, so we're gonna spin it, and hopefully Durs gets his X-Men faves. I'm gonna let me shuffle. Is there the shuffle button here? Where's the shuffle?
Yeah, shuffle now.
All right, let's see who the winner of the first Albert Loves Comics giveaway. Oh, Trev? No, it's Palm.
Doc, congratulations.
Either connect with Albert Loves Comics on Instagram, or you can connect with me, and I will do the same for you, sir. And I'm not removing anybody from the wheel. You are staying on there. We're keeping that going.
Are you keeping track of who's won what?
Yes, I am. I've got a little thing right here.
Excellent.
Ooh, and it keeps track of the look. Kate's like, it keeps Dad. Look, technology. It keeps track of the results for you right there. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to shuffle a couple more times. Which omnibus should we get rid of first here?
I can start at the top of my stack.
Let's do that.
All right, the top of the stack is Avengers #1.
Boom! I just bought this last week.
Yeah, so this features
issues.
Yeah,
the original Avengers run, Lee and Kirby greatness, 30 great comics. Oh my gosh! All right. Y'all didn't put me on the wheel. Mark, where are you at? I just follow Rob. You know, maybe he's
who's saying what?
Legion of Comics is saying he wasn't.
Oh, hold on. I
don't trust that guy. Make sure you check him out.
Oh no, there. Yeah, okay, there he is. He's right.
1 or 2. What are we doing here?
He had $50.
There you go, Marcus. All right.
He was actually the first name.
Rob Liefeld. He's gonna be upset with me. I'm gonna have to hear about it later. All right. So this is for Avengers #1, the first omnibus. Yeah. Here we go, folks. Oh, Dale. Oh, Taylor. Oh,
Dale of Suspense.
Congrats to you, Dale. And we're going to put the wheel backstage. We got our first 2 winners. Dale, you can connect with.
No, I'll get it. Don't worry.
Because he's got it. He's got your list there. But I'm keeping track if Rob's taking too long, because he's going to need to catch up on sleep next week. You just connect with me, and we'll make it happen.
Well, I have a few things to ship, so my shipping will be by the end of next week. I should hope to have everything out.
Nice. We got 49 people in the chat. Remember,
place to put stuff.
If you can't donate, and we totally understand these are always challenging times, and everybody has their own financial situation. You can share the link. You can post things to your Instagram, to your social media. You can be highlighting this on your YouTube channel if you've got a YouTube channel. You can also be checking to see, which is something that I know that has not been said enough, if your company matches donations. So a lot of times companies will match charitable donations that you do, and the American Cancer Society is an officially recognized charity, and you can get a lot of opportunities to extend a smaller donation into something significant. Everything matters. So please do those little things that can make a huge difference.
You'll actually get it when you make your donation. You should get an email from the ACS, and amongst it, it'll even include asking you, "Hey, check to see if your company."
Right. What is up, DJLinx? Another member of the trifecta here, making this all possible, sir. Much appreciated to you. Last night was an amazing, amazing event, sir. And we're just trying to push that goal a little further to the tramp stamp. We're getting ourselves further down the road.
31,383 right now. So
making magic happen for that tramp stamp moment.
Make it so that way when we get to that auction day, it's just a formality,
right? And then we can set up a photo booth at Heroes Con. Get your photo with the stamp. Somebody needs to use a portion of their booth at Heroes Con and just you come in, you get your photo. Kind of like
it should set it up like he's like within a small enclosed, like one of those medical tents from the NFL uses now. It's just off to the side behind, and then you have a circus barker outside. Come, ye have your picture taken with the tattooed boy.
I love it. I love it.
Like one of those freak show barkers. I guess since I have the mustache and a top hat, I guess that would have to be me.
You'd be ready. Yeah, give him a cane and a monocle.
Yeah, I just need the more because I have like I said, I have the top hat, I have the mustache, so it's just a matter of the monocle. I just break my glasses, I suppose, and just hey, step right up. Come on, hey, you look like one who'd love to have their picture taken.
Do you?
Why am I talking like a pirate? Gee.
I don't know.
I heard it will be scratch and sniff.
Oh dear Lord. Raging Cajun, thank you for donating, my man JD. I appreciate you, sir. You are now going to be on the wheel the next time we spin, and we're going to spin again in about 10 more minutes. We'll give away a couple of more items. Girls, I want to now hear, Charlie, which one was the worst of the ones you've seen, of all the horror movies you've seen so far? Which one is the one that you liked the least?
Halloween.
Really? Halloween? The Scream Queen, Jamie Lee Curtis?
She only screamed like once.
Yeah, at the end, right? She screamed at the end. What was it you didn't like about it?
It didn't feel very scary. It was it'd be kind of cool to try to find him and where he was looking, but it was kind of he didn't really do anything.
It was like a Where's Waldo, where's Michael Myers?
Yeah,
he's there in the back. He's behind the fence. Yeah. He's in the garage.
And then the fact that he didn't die was just kind of
So I will say one of my favorite things about Halloween is how perfectly Halloween 2 it follows that. The next movie follows her journey to the hospital to get cared for, and people are still hunting Michael that night. So it's all in the same night. The second movie just is the second half of the story, basically. That's what I like that about it. Is there any way to check to see if all the 50s have 2 entries? I got you, brother. Don't worry. Michael is in there twice. I got you.
Yeah, we went through and I've been putting the amounts in there, so that way he's been entering in based on the dollar amounts, correct number of entries. So we started over for that reason,
right? We have not gone into modern horror outside of Scream, and what I mean by modern is anything in the since the millennium. I haven't done anything in the 2000s. Yeah, so we haven't, because most of that stuff can get really graphic, but the 80s and 70s and even some of the early 90s stuff isn't too bad. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it. And there's the tramp stamp man himself, Tyler. What's going on? He says he never liked the original Halloween movie either.
You see, for me, I used to, when my friends when I was in high school, was a tradition. We'd go watch all the Halloween movies together overnight, and then we'd start in the evening. We go over for dinner, pizza. We watch the Halloween movies back to back, skipping 3 Season of the Witch. Sure. Didn't fit, and then we would go to a midnight showing of the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I want to see that one.
Yeah, Kate does want to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show for certain.
You have to see it as a presentation at a theater. You
with
watch
an
it,
audience singing.
yeah,
and
with you have to
interacting.
see the whole thing, because
Yeah.
watching the movie itself, if your first experience is just watching it on streaming,
Yeah.
it's not a it's not a good movie to begin with, but it's not a great experience. But it's the whole experience of the show with the audience and the getting up and singing and dancing with the thing and the stage
Sure.
actors in front of that makes that great and a lot of
Yeah, it
fun.
definitely elevates,
especially if
it
you're
to a
with
completely new
friends.
level. Yeah. All right, JD, I'm adding you to the wheel. For those that have been joining as we're going along now, every $25 you use donating to the link that's pinned at the top of the video here in the chat, every time you donate $25, you get an entry onto my wheel, and we're giving away Omnis, we're giving away slabs, we're giving away our art projects by my man Albert Loves Comics. So $25 and you get on the wheel. $50, you get 2 entries on my wheel, and you're going to be elevated to be on the Rob's Fat Stacks wheel tonight when he's giving away insane prizes. And what time do you kick that off, Rob?
It's at 8 p.m. Eastern.
There you go. Which we don't care about that. So you're saying it's at 5 o'clock Pacific.
5 p.m. Yes, real time.
For the real people. Okay. Good. Good.
Just to mess with all.
This is my chance. You know, this is our opportunity to take back some of the shame that I feel like Mark's was throwing our way last night. There's a lot of California jokes.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'll join on half of them because I'm from
you can't laugh at
California.
yourself.
Right. Well, I'm notorious for lopping off Southern California and referring to you guys all as just desert dwellers.
Well, it is a desert just with really good landscaping.
Well, all it takes is one little earthquake to break that aqueduct, and you're gonna see real fast what happens to Southern California when it returns to its native state.
Yes, yeah. I saw.
You guys want to build a sandcastle?
That was like desert, meth, beach. It was like it was a breakdown of the layers of California.
There's pot, grapes.
Yes, exactly. You were on there twice, my man JD. You got 2 entries. I put them in. You are all set. You're going to be on the wheel, and we're going to spin it in 6 minutes, and we're going to give away a couple more things. A real desert dweller. You are a desert dweller. Las Vegas is a desert, more so than anything I can brag about.
SoCal is green. Well, but it's artificially green.
Yes. Now, Parm, who won the earlier giveaway from Albert, is on this 8 times. They are on there 8 times. So if you want to be, more opportunities to win, every $25 donation extends on my wheel the amount of times you can win. And I'm giving away. Let's show some of the things I'm giving away.
Real quick, first of all, I love the love that Rocky Horror got. A lot of love for Rocky Horror. Great. Sea Bizzle, yes, it's a cumulative $50 for the big wheel. So if you spent 25 somewhere else and 25 here, I will, when I download this stuff, I pull a pivot table because God loves a spreadsheet, and it tells me with a cumulative total each person spent, and then I can throw them up on the wheel. As long as you've spent at least $50, you'll get on the wheel. So good.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Austin. Thank you very much.
It looks like I'm going to put Austin on there a bunch in just a second. I'm going to make myself just a little bit bigger here by doing one of these. So I pulled from my trade paperback collection. I got a whole set of Green Lantern by our guy, Jeff Johns, one of the greatest Green Lantern stories of all time. I've got 6 different trades. One of them is a hardcover, and you get all the great story from Jeff Johns. I think for a Green Lantern fan, you got to have it. If you've never read it, this is a great opportunity to read an all-time classic DC story. On that same line, you can, if you'd rather get the entire Mr. Miracle by Jack Kirby, I got the whole set for you here. You can get the entire saga of Mr.
Good.
Miracle. What's that?
So good.
You like it? I didn't know you liked the Silver Age as much. I absolutely love it. Big Barda, you kidding me?
I love Mr. Miracle.
Nice. Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. I got the original saga of the Swamp Thing by Alan Moore. I got a whole set of that. If you'd rather do Sandman, I got the first 2 volumes of Neil Gaiman's Sandman, trade paperbacks for that. So DC, I'm gonna spin the wheel at least twice for DC fans, and then I will connect with those people on Instagram to find out what it is you want, what stuff you want to be able to have for you. I don't want to send you stuff you already got, but and that's just, I would say, half of what my DC trades and hardcovers I got to give away. So definitely going to be able to hook some people up when they win on that wheel. Let's see. Okay, who am I adding here? I got Austin. Let me add you here in, sir. There's the wheel.
So now, I know you guys we're talking horror, but I got another question just because I have a Halloween tradition myself these days.
Oh yeah?
I don't know if you know, but I'm kind of into The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I heard.
And
I heard you still haven't convinced Chris to watch it yet.
I didn't know he hadn't seen it yet. Although I will tell you, it's more crazy to me is that it took me 28 years to get my sister to watch it. So
wow.
Yeah, she finally acquiesced and said, "All right, yeah, it's pretty good." So, has everybody in your household seen Nightmare Before Christmas?
Not only that, not only that,
well,
this was the first year we went to Disneyland and could go to the Haunted Mansion when it was decked out for Nightmare Before Christmas. That was spectacular.
Yeah, that's great. So here's your question: is it a Halloween movie or is it a Christmas movie?
Oof. And you only have to pick one?
Yes, because there is a right answer. Now, it doesn't mean you can only watch it during one of those seasons, but there is a correct answer.
Christmas. It's a Christmas movie.
Ooh, okay, you're both going hard Christmas.
Because it takes place at Christmas, not Halloween.
Well,
is it not?
I mean, it's all about him trying to understand the spirit of Christmas.
So it's Halloween trying to understand Christmas. So it's Christmas.
That's interesting.
But
I could see that. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, and it takes place at Christmas time, and it's all okay.
Right.
I'll buy it.
I'll watch it.
We'll vote Christmas.
I'll watch it twice for you.
You are correct. It is a Christmas movie, and it's a Christmas movie because not only what you said, but at the end, Santa saves Christmas.
Yep.
Christmas movie trope. Doesn't mean though that you can't watch it, because for me, October 1st every year that goes up and we're watching it, and it's a movie that we'll watch multiple times throughout October through Christmas time. It's just fabulous.
I love that. Aggressively says, I just watched Nightmare and I was so surprised to see Tim Burton was the producer, not the director. And I think that's a mistake a lot of people make, is they think he's the writer director, and he does neither of those things.
Yeah, he actually wrote the original poem.
Yes.
That it was all based on, which actually, hold on.
Zeno says he doesn't know if he did it right, but the donation was sent. My man,
I'll take a look.
John, I appreciate you, sir. And we will double check that and make sure you're on the wheel, because we're about to spin it here in just a bit.
So
the main character is a Halloween character, so Halloween movie, says C Bizzle.
So this is the first edition.
Oh, let me
the original Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh yeah.
So this is written by Tim Burton.
Love
so this has the oops, hold on, let me get to some of the interior. I gotta get just to the art. Why can't I get to a normal page? Let me try to face it towards me first. Just a second, sorry.
Technical difficulties.
Holy cow. But so it's set up like
yeah.
It's a poem with
so great.
And I'll tell you, I read this to my children when they were young as a poem.
I know we had one at one point. Kate's gonna go check. It might be in our Christmas materials.
And it's a dark read.
I mean, would you expect anything less, right?
Right. But yeah, so this is what the entire movie was based on, was this thin little book.
Well, I think sometimes it's the stories that inspire you are,
takes me off.
It's quality, not quantity, right? Let's see, exit solo. There, I was putting John Zeno. I got your info. Legion has verified that you did that $100 donation. I appreciate you, sir. So you're on there 4 times now. I just loaded you 4 times onto the wheel. Bad Santa equals the best Christmas movie, says TW. I don't know. I'm not going to vote on that one. I grew up in a It's a Wonderful Life household, so we want that. Talk about
Miracle on 54th Street.
Definitely.
Although, hey, but you know that with the Netflix ones that they did with what's the guy's name? Who's played Jack Burton in Big Trouble in Little China?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell, dude. Those are so great. The Santa Claus movies that he did was awesome on Netflix. That was just.
So I have yet to see that movie. I've got to watch that one.
That was
behind for
great.
sure. All right, so I'm going to load the wheel back on it. You want to check? I got the last two I got would be John Zeno, and I got JD, and I got who else did I get before that in there as well? I got Austin.
It looks like Tony.
Oh, Tony again.
Yeah.
Tony is going. He's going for round 2 and 3. So 3 and 4, I should say. Let me add Tony on 2 more times.
I'll double check that, but that's what it looks like. Is it popped back up again at the top of the list? So
I got you, Tony. And if you guys want to get on the list more often, you certainly can. Every $25 gets you on, and you can just keep getting on the wheel as we got a ton of prizes still to give away. We're just scratching the surface. All right, so I'm going to add the wheel to the show, and we're going to double check who's on it.
Tony was on here. Got a second set. Yeah,
awesome. What's going on, Luke from Hydra Collectibles? We're spinning a wheel as we are graciously, hey, Luke, being appreciative of all those people that are donating. Beckerman's in the chat. What's up, Beckerman? We will get into this later, Durs. I will not forget that you made this comment. Okay, so I'm going to do one of my DC giveaway bundles. So whoever wins this can hit me up on Instagram and tell me which books you want from my DC collection, and I'll show you everything I got. So let me shuffle a few times and spin the wheel for the DC giveaways. Let's see what we got here. Couldn't find it, Kate?
Christmas decorations.
Oh, it's going to be Ben.
Nice.
What's up, Ben Parker? I got you. Congrats, sir. And let's take a look for Rob. We got another collected edition you want to give away. What are you looking at there?
Sure. Let's do since you said DC. Yeah. Let's do Batman: The Long Halloween.
Great book. One of my favorite Batman stories.
And it's Halloween. Why not? Right?
It is Halloween. It's spooky season. So we're gonna shuffle the wheel a few more times here. And let's see who wins Long Halloween. Have you girls read Long Halloween yet? Oh, may need to upgrade the Batman reading. Oh, is it going to be Durs? It is Durs.
Yes, congratulations, Durs.
There you go, my man. Appreciate you guys in the chat. And let me see. What am I doing here? I'm gonna do one more of my DC giveaway packages here.
All right.
Because I want to make sure we're giving away as much as I can. I want to give away lots of good stuff here. I appreciate all you guys who are donating in the chat. There's a ton of you. Look how much we've done. Look at just the color on this wheel. You can see how much money we've raised to fight cancer just looking at the color on this wheel.
48
Amazing.
entries. Just do 48 times 25.
Good math, Charlie.
There's a pack of Post-its.
All right, so let's spin this and see if we can get another DC winner. The link is pinned at the top, Phil. So at the top of the chat, there should be a link, and I'll drop it here again in a second. Or if any of my moderators can, they can do the same. Parm.
Congratulations.
Another winner. So I got another DC set for my man. And being on the wheel in multiple spaces definitely helps you get more chances to win. Let's see here. So let's see. Where's the link?
It's on the copy and paste, though, right?
No, it's not on my copy and paste because I was copy and pasting names for the wheel, so I lost the link here. Let me see if this one works. I think this one will work. And I'm gonna, if I haven't done it yet, I'm gonna make Mark a moderator. I think I made Mark a moderator already, so he can drop that link anytime he wants. Let's jump in there. If I haven't yet, yeah, Mark's a moderator, so Mark can drop it anytime. It is pinned at the top, so feel free. He's a mod. Okay, good. You're a mod squad guy. All right, let's
mod squad.
Put that backstage. All right, so yeah, Kate said she couldn't find it, but we used to have that very same Nightmare Before Christmas book. It was just a great. It's probably in our Christmas.
We take
stuff.
it out at Christmas with all our other like books.
So there you go. That also proves that it belongs as a Christmas movie, right?
Mhm.
I just have Nightmare Before Christmas stuff all year round.
There you go.
Fair. I feel like between the months of October through December, you should have everything up for it.
My youngest was raised right. My youngest believes that October you go to, or November, September you start going to Spirit, so you can start buying your home decor for year round.
No, you go into November when it's all on sale. Then you get
Well, they haven't learned apparently the joys of clearance, and they
Yes.
like maximum selection, are willing to pay for it because it's not their
I
money.
mean, you get all the new stuff, right? All the
Right.
new.
Well, when it's not their money, it's a different.
Yes, exactly. Christmas starts November 1st. Hard pass. We are a Thanksgiving household. Kate's birthday is the 27th of November. We love Thanksgiving. We're not going to skip over feasting.
Oh, turkey
just
is my
to
Super
hear
Bowl,
Mariah
man.
Carey some more.
As a big cook, man, when it comes to Thanksgiving, that's my Super Bowl. That's my time to shine.
See?
So
Yeah,
Christmas
we
can
want
start.
the turkey and the gravy and the whole thing. Don't be skipping over.
Potatoes.
Mashed
Yeah,
potatoes.
for us, it's always been a tradition that like the weekend after Thanksgiving, that's when we'd start to pull out stuff. Well, the family's all still together and start to put up the Christmas stuff then.
Yeah. Yes, agreed. See, yeah, get your stuff together, Mark. Come on.
I feel like Christmas for us doesn't end until like January 1st because we go to Utah.
Yeah, we
go
we go.
Then you leave it up
skiing
until
and
January 1st.
Yeah, so everything stays up at the house while we're gone, and yeah.
Yeah, New Year's Day though, you got to take that down because you can't be that family that still has it up in the new year.
Christmas starts on Black Friday, says C Bizzle.
Well, if you're retail, sure, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so girls, I'm curious, Kate, what was your least favorite? We didn't hear from you.
Friday.
Friday the 13th was your least favorite. Why?
It wasn't that scary to me.
Mm.
Like the deaths, I knew what was gonna happen. Like,
I don't know.
I was
Kevin,
predicting stuff.
I was gonna say Kevin Bacon surprised
No, that
you.
one surprised me. But
When
the other
arrow
ones, I
goes
was
through
like,
his neck.
yeah, that one I was like, oh.
That was pretty cool.
But then the other ones, like the archery death, and then the guy in the shed, I was like, they're all their red shirts are all gonna die.
Yeah,
they're all gonna die.
Okay, I mean that's fair. These are very dated movies with almost no budgets, having to kind of just like piece together their effects, which is why I love Nightmare on Elm Street so much. You got me. My brain's all coming.
That's right.
I love
you like Johnny Depp.
Well, yes.
I love
it's because of how much they could do on such a limited budget. That room that rotates and the girl like climbs up the wall and ends up on the ceiling, and the other actor looks like he's looking up at her screaming, but he's the one that's upside down, right? Cool. So amazing. Obviously, Johnny getting pulled into the bed was really cool. I love the wall when Nancy is sleeping that like is clearly made of rubber, but the actor can push against it and lean over her, and it looks like the wall is alive. Like so many really great, simple tricks, like simple effects that have.
You know what works well for those movies? The fact that they don't have to use great lighting. It helps a lot.
Yes, it can be super grainy, low dig film, right? Yeah. So I'm with you, Gary B. I'm not a huge fan of that series, but I was impressed on the rewatch with the girls how much I really enjoyed the first one. Like I got some good laughs and giggles out of watching it with them for sure.
This is Freddy?
No, Friday the 13th. It is corny, and in fact, I was surprised how much I liked Nightmare on Elm Street less on the rewatch. There were definitely moments I thought were scarier that weren't as scary rewatching it. I still love the effects. She's in the tub and the hand comes out of the water. I love all the like effects, the little tricks they did with camera and things. But yeah, it wasn't as scary for sure. And Scream, on the other hand, I think holds up remarkably.
Oh yeah,
well.
Scream really does hold up.
I'm very impressed by how well that holds up.
Yeah.
I got another entry from Phil. I'm going to add another Phil onto our list here. Where are we at here?
I saw a really creepy horror movie without you.
You saw another horror movie without me?
Yeah, but it wasn't like a classic one. It was like more of a modern one.
Okay, what was that one? Whoops, sorry. I didn't mean to spin the wheel there. I was just adding Phil's name.
Well, they can't see it.
You guys can't see it. The winner was me. I won. I'm the winner. Yeah. Applause for John. So what is it you saw?
I saw Smile.
Smile.
Do you hear about that?
I don't know this one.
Like
sounds like a bad name
than
for a horror
year
film.
ago. Oh, it was like it was probably the creepiest movie I've ever seen.
The creepiest movie you've ever seen?
Yeah, because it was like a bunch of paranormal stuff, and you
Okay.
didn't really know what was going on, and it was slasher at the same time.
Okay.
And like the ending was kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. It was kind of like kind of funny almost, but I was freaked out because I was with all my friends. I was with 2 of my friends at a sleepover, and we were watching it like 2 a.m. So maybe that's an aspect of it. But like, yeah, it was really creepy.
What was that?
I don't know what Phil was saying.
I'm going.
Yes,
I'm going to message you about the last one. Okay, perfect.
But yeah, it was really good.
So you liked Smile. Okay. Is there, Charlie? Is there one that you haven't seen yet that you really want to see that you've heard of?
I just want to finish the Scream series.
Oh, you want to do all the Scream movies?
And then Halloween too.
I feel like half of the Scream movies are good. I've seen a few.
You've seen the first 3, right?
I feel like I've seen more than that, but
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I think I skipped 4 and 5 and just jumped to 6 with a friend.
Okay.
It had just come out.
Yeah, that's what I added, Mark. I added one more for sure. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of on my list for you girls, I definitely wanted to watch Psycho. I wanted to watch Halloween 2.
Mm-hmm.
Those were high on my list. As far as the Hitchcock films, I don't know that there's any of the other ones that are like super scary. I mean, The Birds is really good, but it's probably going to be pretty cheesy by your standards.
I've also seen The Conjuring 2 randomly.
You didn't see Conjuring 1, but
No.
you saw Conjuring 2.
Yeah, I don't know how that came about, but yeah, that happened.
See, this is why I try to lead the way on this.
Yeah. I don't even remember it that much. I was just freaked out.
Because counting matters. Chris, I agree. She is watching a whole slate of horror films behind Dad's back.
Hey,
She
I'm
is.
still watching them with him. So like,
Yeah, you're forced to rewatch them with me.
yeah,
Yeah. Because I don't know how much of it you're watching it on your phone or something.
I can't. watch it on my phone.
Good. Good answer.
What
Correct
means
answer.
she tried.
Yeah. I don't think they're ready for like Exorcist, Poltergeist, some of those like ghost scary
No,
ones,
No,
demon monster
I'm
ones.
not a big
Evil
paranormal-
Dead, maybe, probably
I'm
not.
a big paranormal person.
Evil Dead is by the guy that did the first Spider-Man film, Sam Raimi, and it stars the
Which
guy,
Spider-Man one?
the
Oh.
original Spider-Man movie.
Back when they were trying to make a horror movie before they decided let's make a comedy because
Yes. So the actor who plays the main character in Evil Dead is the one who shows up repeatedly in those Spider-Man movies. He's the one who's like at the theater door who won't let Peter Parker in to see the play.
Mm.
He's like, "You're late, sir.
Oh yeah.
Tie your shoes, sir." He's Bruce Campbell is the main actor in the Evil Dead films.
to be honest, I never saw the original Evil Deads until after I saw Army of Darkness. A friend of mine when I was in college said, "Hey, we gotta go see Army of Darkness." I'm okay, whatever.
This
I
guy-
watched it.
Like this
No,
guy.
I
sitting here.
I didn't know Taylor Winder back then. We were when I was in college. This was when I was at military school. Taylor Winder was not going to be at military school.
Can I-
And he was after I watched that. Then it was later on that I went back and watched the Evil Dead movies. And
There you go.
stuff. You get the recap. You got a little enough of a recap to get going. You didn't need to see the originals to watch Army of Darkness, which was good.
I think you need to appreciate, the originals. I feel like 'cause there were moments in even watching Scream last night where the girls were like, "Oh my gosh, the janitor's dressed like Freddy Krueger," or they're watching Halloween while we are watching Scream and the characters are watching how we had just watched Halloween.
Yeah.
It's those kind of things I think are kind of cool. And knowing who Jamie Lee Curtis is,
Yeah, we've seen her
because
in
you guys had
Freaky
seen Freaky Friday, but like knowing her from Halloween and some of the, eventually we'll get to Prom Night or Fright Night, maybe.
Prom Night.
Yeah,
That's what you said?
she's in both of those, I think.
That's one they reference.
I haven't seen them in a
Scream
while.
lot.
Yeah. So I still got 45 folks sitting in the chat here. I don't know that I'm ready to watch Insidious again. I don't know that I'm in that place. The Ring is great. Event Horizon still scares my brother to death. Which one? You looking for some movies?
There was one that oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
She can watch Smile, she can watch that one.
Yeah, oh, Mike knows it. So this one,
Smile was really scary. Yeah.
demons are fake.
That's what I'm saying. Like the ones where like
are real.
murderers are real. There's like a murder in it, like Scream. But like demons,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's obviously not
Sorry.
gonna happen.
It's the lack of punctuation killing me here. Demons are fake. Period. Murderers are real. I see where you're at. I got you.
All I know is this. I just looked up just for fun. I looked up Rotten Tomatoes top 200 list is what it comes up.
Okay.
And I scrolled all the way down to the bottom so I could see the number one and stuff like that.
Sure.
I like where this list is focused on a lot more of like my stuff for horror because I wrote horror and not slasher.
Yeah. All right. So give us the top 3 and then we'll spin the wheel.
Okay. The top 3. So number 3, one of my favorites of all time, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, which is a 1919 film.
Yeah.
And arguably the first true horror film.
Yeah.
Absolutely I love that film.
That is a freaky movie.
I was a film student in college, so at one point, so that was great.
Me too.
Number 2, Get Out, 2017.
So from super classic to super modern there.
Yeah, exactly. 2017. Yeah, fun, scary, thought-provoking. Get Out seamlessly weaves a trenchant social critiques into a brilliantly effective and entertaining horror comedy thrill ride.
It is a very good movie. I haven't seen any of the other ones that they've done, like Nope or Us. I haven't seen any of those.
And number 1, Psycho.
Hey,
the Alfred Hitchcock Psycho. We've done
there you go. That's pretty fantastic. That's a good top 3, and what a great. It's kind of like original, silent film era, golden age of film, and then modern film.
Yeah, and it's funny because 4 is Us from 2019,
right?
5 is Alien from 1979.
Okay,
because even though it's sci-fi, it's sci-fi horror.
They've seen that. They've seen Alien and Aliens.
That was a good one.
Oh no, only Kate's watched them. You haven't watched those yet? Well, good. We have stuff to watch next time Kate's got volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's give some stuff away. We'll talk about. We can talk about the next 5 on that list.
Any new adds to the wheel? The last ones I added.
Let me spin it one more. Let me check it one more time. We'll refresh right now. Yeah, Marty was the last I saw, but I'm refreshing it right now.
Perfect. I got 2 for Marty. I got another one for Phil, and those were the last ones.
I got nothing else since Marty. So
perfect.
We should be good to go.
This back up here, and I'm gonna do the Bearded Comic Bro mystery box now, and I want to show you. I'm gonna save that for later. Instead, I'm gonna pimp it when we get back because I haven't shown the slabs yet. I should be showing the slabs and encouraging voting people to donate. So I'll save that one for later. Let's do one of the Omnis that you got there.
Volume 2 of the Avengers?
Yes, sir. Let's do that. So
this is the next block of all the way up to Vision joining.
So 31 to the mid 50s, late 50s somewhere. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle the list here a couple of times.
31 through 58, plus annuals 1 and 2, and X-Men 45.
Ooh. See, I'm tempted to buy that one because I got the first one already. So let's see here. Let's see who the winner is for this
only $100 suggested U.S. retail price, and it weighs a lot.
They're not for the light hearted here.
Ben Parker.
Ben Parker.
Congratulations there, Ben Parker.
Double winner today on the wheel, my man Ben. Much appreciated, sir. Congrats to you. And let me show you all. Let's see. We're good on time. Yeah, we're all right on time right now. I want to show real quick, just in case anybody wants to get on the wheel to win what the Bearded Comic Bro is sending out here. First up, he's got the hardcover signed Volume 1 from White Ash. So he's got the hardcover version for you. There's includes this little signed piece for the back there from the creators, and he's also given away 2 slabs. Yes, that's right, 2 slabs. Amazing Spider-Man. This is in a 9.4, and my vision is not great. Issue 546.
546. Yeah.
546. And then also another slab. We've got Dark Knight's Metal. This is signed by Scott Snyder. This is a Gabriel Del Otto variant cover. Absolutely gorgeous Virgin variant in a 9.4. So if you win the Bearded Comic Bros mystery box, he's going to be throwing that stuff in there guaranteed. So you definitely want to get on the list. That's definitely going to be worth your $25 for sure. For show. Yes, sick. Absolutely. What is up? Journey's alive, ladies and gentlemen.
Man needs some sleep.
Something probably nobody's ever said about him in his life. He went 7 hours last night.
Well, he'd been up for 2 days prior, trying to do stuff. So the fact that he's still up now may mean that he's so tired he can't sleep.
Right? Exactly.
Because that is a thing.
So thank you, Journey, for being back again after so much time spent on the air last night. We really appreciate that, man. And Matt, Comics by the Bay, hello to you.
Let's spin one more thing. Let's do this.
Did Phil sent a message to Rob and I? I am not on the social media right now because I'm on. So I'll let Rob do that. I'll spin the wheel for Bearded Comic Bro maybe while you're checking that. How's that?
Okay. I don't have. Let me check my phone because IG on the computer has been funky.
Has it?
Yeah, half your messages don't show up.
All right. A couple people, I'm going to fix their names on the wheel for them. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, aggressively relaxing on there.
Let me put myself over to the right account.
Sorry, folks. Slow us down here a little bit. And Brian's stream did raid mine a little bit. It's all right. It's all right. I've got the easy stream today because I can go all the way until the next show starts, so we can give Rob a chance to use the.
You can't really go. Well, you can go, but yeah. I have to go beforehand because I am the next show.
You are the next show. Yes. Let's see here. Let's see. May says, John, Rob, Travis, and all been listening to the AirPods while I work and do the honey-do list. Thank you, sir. And thank you for everybody who's sharing these links and sharing these streams and dropping the information out there, because that's the part that allows us to expand beyond our little comic book clicks from time to time and bring a bigger audience to these auctions, these giveaways, and all these things.
Okay, I see Phil sent a message, and I think it's actually for you because don't worry, it's not. You don't need to look at it right this second.
Okay.
I acknowledge it. It was sent to both of us, and
okay, I got it then. I will check it a little later when we're done here. So I'm going to spin the wheel for Bearded Comic Bros giveaway.
Awesome.
There he is, Bearded Comic Bro in the chat. So the winner will be connecting to Greg, and he will be the one to get your shipping information if he doesn't need to get it from Rob when he's doing all that stuff in the next couple weeks here. So I'm going to shuffle this a few times, and we're going to spin that wheel and see who's winning from Bearded Comic Bro. John Zeno.
Congratulations.
What is up? John is on Instagram. It should be super easy to connect with Greg for that. Two really awesome dads. So thank you guys for both supporting this. Greg by donating, and John, thank you for purchasing some raffle tickets into the wheel here, my man. So I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. We still have a ton of things to give away. We got God Loves Man Kills. We got the Hamilton trades. We got 8 Billion Genies. We got JLA. I got one more DC box I'm going to spin for. We got something for Jennifer coming up. And I still think I'm forgetting something. I probably forgot one other thing. The Albert's Adam Strange journal. We got to do that as well. So we got lots more giveaways still coming. So all of you who are on the wheel, much appreciated. People talking about other horror classics, The Howling. They haven't gotten into many of the monster stuff yet. So we definitely have room to go there for sure.
The 5 through 10 spots are solid on this list, I tell you too.
All right, let's see here what we got for 5 through 10.
So number 5 we're going the wrong way. I guess we already did 5. I'm sorry, 5 was Alien.
Alien.
So number 6, the 1933 King Kong.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, so I would not have qualified it as horror, but obviously at the time, very scary.
Yeah,
I can see that.
large. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 7, another one of my favorites, Nosferatu,
Oh, wow.
1922. I am
Another good
partial to.
silent classic.
I love these silent classic horrors, man. They're so great.
Sure. And
or a lot of the.
You mentioned cinematography and lighting, and obviously those were masterfully done.
Right, exactly. 1955's The Night of the Hunter.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I could see it. Again, a movie I wouldn't have
A
qualified.
religious fanatic and serial killer who targets women to you.
I mean, yeah. But by a basic definition, it certainly would.
And
Legion and Link are agreeing with you on the King Kong, loving the King Kong.
Number 9, 2020, The Invisible Man.
I have not seen that. A new version of The Invisible Man came out in 2020.
I remember it coming out, and I will tell you, I didn't watch it either, but apparently it was really good. They knock it up there very high.
Wow. So that sounds like something I need to watch.
And number 10, another modern 2018, A Quiet Place.
Yes, very good. Very well executed movie. And certainly something that makes you stifle the scream when you feel it at several key moments.
Dude, this list is great. Holy cow. We'll have to come back in here and continue looking at some of these.
But if anybody has seen this Invisible Man, Dale says it was okay. All right. I'd be curious to hear about it. DJLinx says it was caps amazing. There you go.
Yeah, well, we'll come back to the next 5 in a moment.
Yeah.
This is a solid list.
So, Charlie, were there other ones that you felt like you wanted to see? She's busy tattooing herself. You want to show off your work there? She's been. Well, you can't see it here. Let me blow us up here.
I just wrote my name on it.
You did? All right, hold it up. Let's see if we can get a good lighting. Yeah, she's. I don't know what you do. It's like spider webs.
Because I found my pens.
You found your
wet. I lost them.
Paint your ink. Is it ink pens? What are they? Paint pens?
Yeah.
Paint pens. There it is. Truman Show, terrifying. 28 Days Later, very good pick, very good movie. And yes, Chris, I've heard It Follows is creepy. I haven't heard of the Poughkeepsie tapes, so that would be a new one for me. Invisible Woman had Maggie Gyllenhaal, aka Rachel 2. Hilarious.
Make a great duo. That's what happens when you get West Coast.
There you go. Yeah. We're both
West is best, baby.
We're on the same level of awakeness, whatever time it is. Oh my goodness. So as a reminder, there's a whole list of events going on today that there's a link tree in the description for this video that you can go through and see all the other streams coming on today. And it leads up to Rob tonight doing the wheel of winners so that anybody who's spent over $50 in the last 2 days, their name will be on that wheel.
Since January 1st.
Oh, really?
It's cumulative from the day, from the beginning of the year. Anybody who's donated $50 or more, they're on the wheel. There's not a lot of people before then, but there are. And then of course they'll get a chance. We have 80. There's over 80 items that are on the wheel. Everything from slabs to complete runs of books to free comic book pressings, free comic book slabbing, just all kinds of stuff that we've had donated for us, which is great. And then obviously Sunday, that's where, this has been fun up to this point, but then the auction hits, right? And we had some big items on DJ show, but we got some really big items coming up on Sunday.
You've got original art. You've got signed.
Let's pause on that for a second. So the auction will start at 11.
Okay.
At 1 p.m. I'm sorry, let me repeat that. 11 a.m. Eastern for those of us on the West Coast. Yeah. So it's important because if you show up at 11, you'll have missed half the show.
Yeah.
So 11 a.m. Eastern, the auction will start. We're going to start it off real simple. We'll have a bunch of items, and we're going to start off with some where the bidding starts at $1.
Yeah.
And we're so anybody can get in. We'll see where they go, and we'll get everybody up and running, and then we'll build up into some stuff at 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to pause wherever we're at.
Yeah.
And we're going to switch it over and do art. So we're going to be doing our original art. We'll still do a few pieces scattered elsewhere, but for a big block of it, we have a bunch of sketch covers, amazing sketch covers. We have pages of art. We have some, just great stuff. It's all going to be done as a block.
Yeah.
And then we'll,
if you guys, on my community tab, you can see the preview video where Rob goes through all this stuff. It is wild the amount of original art that got donated for this event. So you have a chance to snag, if you've wanted to dabble in the original art world, you have the chance to get in there and get a great deal and know that money is going to support a great cause.
And a ton of great covers and stuff. We've got, matter of fact, I just found out a buddy of mine who's an artist who's done several different covers for me, but he's worked for Disney. He's done work for DC, Marvel, Image. He does Scholastic trade paperbacks and stuff. Yeah. He had committed to do 2 covers for me. He was going to bring them by this morning, and he's going to still come by this morning, drop them off. But all of a sudden, he's done 2 more. So now we have 4 sketch covers from him when he promised us only 2, which is just amazing. So we're going to have even more stuff. Awesome. And then we'll go into the afternoon, more auction stuff. We're going to have stuff like the Batman Adventures 12 first appearance of Harley Quinn. Yeah. We have a Cap 100. We have some Golden Age books, like a Blue Beetle Golden Age book. We've got some early Silver Age, technically World's Finest comics issue 100. So anniversary issue type stuff. We got, some Captain Marvel, some just amazing stuff. There are lots of different books, signed books, not books. So yeah, it's going to be a great. Yes, Scott Morse, exactly who I'm talking about, son of Bruce, Chris. He's got 4 original sketch covers he's dropping off at my house today. No pages, unfortunately. I know that Chris from Retro Rocket Comics been begging me to talk to Chris about some original pages, and I have talked to him. He doesn't really sell a lot of his stuff, but I'll mention it again while he's here.
So as that reminder, then, if you guys are following the link tree, you've subscribed to Rob, and you hit the notification bell, you can be over there tomorrow for all those incredible items that will then push us way beyond the 30,000 or 31,000 we're at right now, way into the range where the tramp stamp is happening, and maybe even beyond. So yeah, that's our absolute goal.
That was the question just came in. Let me refresh it one more time. You just restocked on the Dugout. Yeah, Dugout is a great book. Matter of fact, I remember to ask him to sign my copy while he's here. 31,771.
Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Crushing it. And I think we could get to a place where we doubled last year's number. It's absolutely feasible with all the stuff that Rob's got coming up tomorrow, with all the things going on today, and all the great. I didn't even talk about how Rob's got his show after mine with a box of slabs you can win by contributing during his OnlySlabs show today. So that's a whole other layer. If you want to get in on some great deals on slabs, get in on the option of getting some of those giveaways, you got to be there for that show, which starts in about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So definitely be there for that. So let's spin the wheel a couple more times here. Let's do
Explain the deal for the prize wheel for those new viewers here on this show.
I'll walk you through it, Mike. Thank you for the reminder, bud. So here's the deal. There's a link pinned at the top of the chat, and you can go there and donate to the American Cancer Society. When you do that for $25, you get on the wheel during my show, and then I'll spin the wheel a few more times before we end it here today.
So for every $25,
every single $25. So if you put in $100, you get 4 entries onto that wheel, 4 chances to win, right? Every $50, you get 1 entry then onto Rob's Fast Stacks, one time only. You'll get that chance to be on the wheel he'll spin tonight. So if you get to that $50 threshold, you'll have then across 2 days, you'll have then made that chance to be on the big wheel for tonight. You can only get on that wheel one time, but a $50 donation during my show would get you 2 entries on my wheel and get you into Rob's wheel later on. That's what we're at. Exactly. That's what we're trying to make happen here. And we've still got that JLA Volume 1 Omnibus we're giving away, the hardcover for 8 Billion Genies. Albert's got that amazing Adam Strange piece, which I'll play that video again here in a little bit. There's a Hamilton trade. There's the God Loves Man Kills hardcover oversized edition. And I'm going to do one more DC box before we end. And then once Rob's going to bow out here towards the end to set up his show and take a break, Rob has a set of items that I'm going to run an auction for, and I have the pictures for. Just for our
you want me to just hold them up real quick?
Yeah, let me make you big so
give people a tease. So this is gonna, so guys, as you know, the purpose of this is really comics curing cancer for the most part and raising funds for American Cancer Society. I had a bunch of stuff that was donated from my LCS that we decided that, because Jen is a member of this community and she's going through cancer battle herself, we wanted to do something to kind of help with that to some degree. In addition, so we just put together a kit of stuff here that John's going to auction off that is going to go, the proceeds for it, instead of going to the ACS, will go to Jen's GoFundMe. So part of that is going to include this book here, Last Girl Standing, for Trina Robbins. Trina Robbins is a feminist, cartoonist, and satirist. So it's a heavily illustrated. Well, it's supposed to be heavily illustrated, but I can't show that. That's NF. It's actually, this is more of memoir. There is a lot of illustrations in it, and a lot of it's adult. All right. So then there's this.
Wow.
The complete women's comics. This is the artists that are changed the world today got their start in legendary women's comics. 1960s and 1970s underground women cartoonists refused to be marginalized in the male-dominated comics counterculture by banding together and founding Women's Comics, created the most influential and longest running of all women's comic book series. It's more than 700 pages, more than 20 years worth of comics by women, all 17 groundbreaking issues. And this has got a retail price on its own of $100.
Nice.
And then, also we got this hardback, The Realist, which is focused on, The Realist was a legendary satire magazine from 1958 to 2001, and so it's just filled with, all kinds of stuff from that magazine stuff. Nice. You don't have to. Well, I don't know. Oh, okay. I'm not. There was something with Hitler all of a sudden. I don't want to pose that. That's. Anyways, there's a lot of this type of stuff.
This is basically the like Harvey Pekar kind of era. Of super indie comic book creators and artists.
Yeah, exactly. So this is all this type of stuff here. So this is a this book here has a $45 MSRP.
Yeah, Mike, we're going to do this as an auction just for Jen. Yep. And the winner will basically just pay to her GoFundMe, and I will match whatever this goes for in the end. Maybe we should just do this one right now when you're done here, Rob.
Yeah. And then this is Flapper Queens, the women cartoonists of the jazz age, also Trina Robbins. And so this is filled with, from the jazz era, women cartoonists and such.
Yeah. And all of these items that you win, the money is just for Jennifer from Comics Will Break Your Heart. It'll go. You will pay this to her GoFundMe, which I will drop the link to for the winner when they win this.
50. So this is altogether the MSRP on this is just about $200.
Wow.
So
what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the starting line for this is going to be $25, and we'll just let it go from there. So this is for all of those books. The money's going to go for Jennifer for Comics Will Break Your Heart. I will match whatever this ends up stopping at. So I will, and I've got images for some of that right now. Yeah. I can post up again.
I wish I don't want to open this to show any of it.
No, don't open it.
Yeah,
for sure.
These are. These are awesome.
These are the things that you're bidding on right now.
Yeah.
These are all just like
heavy to
great
hold.
indie artist works, pieces that are absolutely in keeping with not only just like classic comic book history, but with Jen herself and the kinds of stuff that Jen has been passionate about. So those of us that know her well and love Jen would absolutely appreciate these as well. Thank you guys for donating and for supporting her. And I'll drop her GoFundMe link a few times. I'll do it right now. Let's see here.
Yeah, my LCS is famously it's one of a very few women-owned comic book shops.
That's awesome.
And so she was a comic book creator for a while and stuff. So these are her fun things that she loves to do to make donations and stuff and to help promote an underrepresented group within comic book industry.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Hoarder's Hide stepping up at $100.
It's going to be tough to catch him. It's going to be tough to catch him, folks.
You're getting all this together as one lot. It's probably going to cost me damn near. I hope somebody in the U.S. wins this one because
Scott would be best because he's already getting like a shipping container worth of stuff.
Yeah, except that Scott will be like multiple shipments anyways, probably. But.
Right. A few more seconds and then we'll drop the end line. But as is true for the other shows we've been doing this weekend, anybody who has bid and not folded can continue to go back and forth after that point. We have a couple of people that have folded, Ragin and Mark, but Canadian Survivalist is still in. Gary B is still in. Papa Wheelie's still in. If those guys want to fold, they can.
This is pretty cool stuff.
I mean, honestly, indie comic book history is what you're really getting here. That's what this really is. So I'll put the pictures up again for you, CLG, before I put the end line up here.
Go ahead.
These are like indie comic history pieces. Here we got Flapper Queens.
It's all that focus. The Flapper Queens focuses on women cartoonists from the Jazz Age.
Sorry. There we go. Yeah. And then we've got The Realist, which is a collection of pieces from a magazine called The Realist that would run indie cartoon pieces, strips, stories. And then we've got The Complete Women's Comics, which is an indie comics series. I guess it was the longest running all-female run.
20 years.
20 years.
And this has got all 17 issues that they did in the 17 years. And it also includes It Ain't Me, Babe, the first all-women comic, and includes a rare 3D issue with glasses. And introduction by Hall of Fame comic historian Trina Robbins.
That's fantastic. And then also we had Last Girl Standing by Trina Robbins.
Yeah.
So that is all in one box set, all to benefit our friend Jennifer from Comic Books Will Break Your Heart.
Here you go. So this deluxe box set collaborates the pioneering works such as renowned cartoonists such as Alison Bechdel, Phoebe Gleckner. I probably made a mistake of deciding to read these. Linda Berry, Aline Kaminsky Crum, Melinda Gebby, Carol Tyler, Mary Fleener, Roberta Gregory, and Dory Sita, among others. So there you go.
So I'm going to drop the end line. I'll give a little bit of time for lag in case there was one other person that wants to go against, but it looks like Scott from Hoarder's Hide is going to be the one to walk away with this one because I think everybody else has folded. And then I will match Scott's $100 for Jen.
Women's comics explodes with creatively tackling subjects that no one else would touch: queerness, sexual discrimination, abortion, menstruation, masturbation, and more. Still as politically potent and sexually charged today as it was then.
So he's saying he's going to donate these books back to Jen. So we'll connect with you, Scott, off air in between shows. And
so going back to Jen to sell them again. So he's basically, if you watch the stuff they rerun like on Whatnot, is what he's saying. Confirm that, Hoarder's Hide.
So I will match Scott's 100 for that. Top 3 best female artists are Italian artists. My top 3 female favorite artists are female Italian artists. Phil, there you go. Nemus Illustrated. Well, I mean, Mark, yeah, we need to teach you and train you a little bit. They don't. I don't know that they talk about hot flashes.
Tell them again right now. So yeah, he's saying rerun it. So whenever you end that one, if assuming that he's the high bidder.
So we're gonna start again at $25.
Yep, same thing. Yep.
He's just donating that 25, and then we will run this again. If you
want,
he's
donating his $100.
Yeah,
that's what he did, and that's what you're matching.
And I'll drop
now
that
it's
link.
The same stuff's up again now for auction. He doesn't want me to ship it to him, so now it's Taylor's in at 50. Great, this is awesome. This is a great way for us to be able to even raise even more money for Jen. Thank you so much, Scott. Really appreciate you on that.
Amazing. So there's the GoFundMe for Jen. So if you also want to donate just for Jen, you can do that as well right there.
Yeah.
TW is now in the lead, $50. You're having hot flashes. I think it's because you stayed up last night so late.
$60 to Legion of Comics.
There it is. I don't know that I know Zelma Scotti Lavina. I don't know that I know that one. Obviously, Mirka is pretty big and Braga is pretty big. I don't know that I know Zelma.
Taylor Winder to 65.
There it is. Yeah.
It's awesome. Pull up this. Oh.
And I appreciate you guys doing all of this to support Jen. It's just amazing how much we've done for her. Oh, you want me to? Oh, that's from the Flappers one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great artwork.
I apologize. I'm randomly flipping, so if I come across something as adult, I apologize.
It's artwork.
That's right. This is art.
Mark pushed it to 70. He's saying he can't go higher, but he's going to take it from Taylor if Taylor doesn't come back strong.
Come on, Taylor, 75. You can do it. I know you really want
there
this,
it is.
buddy. There it is.
I will drop the end line and give a little bit of lag in case someone else wants to jump in here. But this is awesome. Thank you guys for doing this for Jen. Absolutely amazing community member going through this incredibly challenging process of dealing with cancer. You know, something that we're all familiar with, and we're all here to kind of support raising funds to end. So I think that's it. That calls it. So this is going to Taylor, and Taylor, I'm going to drop the GoFundMe for Jen in the chat. So don't do this to the American Cancer Society. This is the only one that we're doing for Jen. So just donate that directly to Jennifer, and then Rob will connect with you for shipping, my man. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you, sir. Much appreciated. Taylor says, I'd say rerun it, but I'm greedy and I want to read it.
I know.
Hey, how about this, Taylor? You can reread it, and then next year you may be back here again, and you can donate it out. How about that?
Yeah, I'm going to move off camera for a second to move this out of my way because it's a big, heavy stack.
Sure. All right, gang. As a reminder of what we're here for, I'm going to play the Comics Curing Cancer little video clip. The link tree is down below. So please do me the favor of subbing up and following through, because there are more shows. In fact, in an hour and a half, this big guy right here, he's going to be doing his next show live, giving away a ton of slabs. So make sure you're ready for that. I'm going to play the little, I'm going to play Albert's little video here so that you can see what I'm going to spin the wheel for next. And Rob, just check to make sure if I need to update the list at all for that.
Yeah.
So this is, you can win the Adam Strange journal you're going to see right here in this video. So check it out. There you go. Yeah, Stu is in the chat and Nick Comic Culture in the chat. So you guys can get on the wheel right now. The pinned link at the top for American Cancer Society allows you to get into the wheel for my show. We still have, I think 5 other items to give away here.
I've got 3, 4 right here in front of me. So
I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I got 4 from you, 1 from me, and 1 from Albert. So that puts us at 6 items I'm going to spin the wheel for between now and the end of the show. So $25 gets you 1 spot on my wheel. Every $25 after that, you get another spot on my wheel. If you get to 50, you get your 1 spot on Rob's wheel for tonight as well. So that's the benefit of just jumping in at 50 is
double. Yeah.
You get 2 entries for me, and you get to be on Rob's wheel tonight for his big giveaway.
And don't forget, in the link tree that's in the description down below, you can get your link, among other things, to the Fat Stacks merch store. We have all the Comics Curing Cancer merch. If you want to have a mug or a T-shirt, whatever, anything on that shop, even if it's not the Comics Curing Cancer stuff, but any of the merchandise that's on that merch store, 100% of the proceeds goes to Comics Curing Cancer. So feel free to make sure you bookmark that link tree and you use it and save it. Actually, definitely bookmark it, because I'll tell you what, while we've temporarily sold out of the Unnatural Order #1, the Comics Curing Cancer special edition, exclusive. That book, we know that there's more that are coming back to us. We had some of them that were the artist had at his table at New York Comic-Con, and so we know we have some coming back, and we had some that were in reserve to make sure that we took care of any damages that were there. And so after the event, we should be having more of those going back to the site, and the link to that item will be there, so you can check it. And then, of course, obviously follow us on Comics Curing Cancer on Instagram, and we will mention when those are restocked and more copies are available.
I love it. That's fantastic. I'll send Rob a screen. I totally, the best part about GoFundMe is it shows donations. So I'll just track it, Scott. I trust you and TW, to make that happen. So I'm not worried. It'll automatically show us when it appears.
Yep.
What is up, Bueller? Much appreciated that you're coming by, my friend. And we just raffled off some great things for Jen to support her and her GoFundMe, which I raffled
it off, and then we had a rerun on it, so we raffled off a second time, which was great. Yeah. So that means between that, yours, that means that was $275 right there. So
exactly. So I'm gonna spin the wheel. I just added Matthew on. I saw you mentioned Matthew.
Oh, you want to do this one?
Yeah. Let's do that one here. Let me throw this up here. So we're going to do the 8 Billion Genies hardcover with that amazing Super Mario homage to it on the front there.
Cover art by Trish Forstner.
Such a great series from last year. One of the best indie comics, no question. So you can get the entire story right here.
It's all 8 issues. Absolutely.
So I'm shuffling the group here now that Matthew has been entered, and I'm spinning the wheel. Let's see who gets to win this one. Marty. All right. Okay. I got you, Marty. He just added himself here on the wheel in the last 30 minutes. So he made that good choice, and now he's on the wheel.
Congratulations, Marty.
Yes, sir. And let's see. I don't want to miss anybody in the chat. Let's see. Mark's asking you to check IG when you got a chance here. I'm going to spin the wheel for Albert. So you saw that the video where Albert, he does these incredible journals using comic book artwork. The Rob Liefeld one we already raffled off. This is the Adam Strange one. Really gorgeous. I know last year Mark. I spun the wheel already. But I know last year Mark won one. I got a couple from him. So let's see who won the Adam Strange one. Whoa. Dale again, double winner. Dale with suspense. So Dale, I will make sure you connect with Albert Loves Comics. I know you guys are both on Instagram. That should be fairly straightforward. So congrats to Dale on winning that one. That was absolutely a gorgeous piece. Dale says send it to Rob's Fat Stacks. There you go.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Very nice of you, Dale, to do that. and I will make sure that Rob's shipping. What's that? Sorry.
Nobody loves bubble helmets more than me, I think.
I'll make sure that Rob's shipping info connects over to Albert, and he sends that one out for you. So that's fantastic. Very nice of you to do that, Dale. I appreciate you doing that, man. Let's see. Anybody else? Yes, I agree, Crystal. We're definitely thinking about Bueller and the stuff going on with his dad. Not an easy time for sure, but we're here for you, my friend, if you need anything. So we still got a ton of things to give away. We're running okay on time. I was going to try to end around the 2-hour mark. So we got about 20 minutes. I want to make sure that Rob's got time to set up his stream and get everything ready and get a restroom break or some food or something.
What's that?
All
right. So you want to see what's the next 5 on this list?
Yeah, let's see. Let's take a look. So whoa. Let's see that. Is that what I'm doing here? There you go.
Yeah. All right. So number 11. 1935 classic. We're doing this. We're really doing this wrong. Normally you start like 20 or something. You work your way down, but whatever.
So these are horror films ranked through what's the website again?
This is Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes. So they're ranking the all-time greatest horror films. My girls have started, like we mentioned earlier, going through watching horror films. So it's nice to hear some other options of stuff maybe that they would enjoy.
Exactly. Mark, Legion Travel Canada, Trucker's Latrine. Bride of Frankenstein, 1935.
Ooh, James Whale, nice.
I do love myself some the classic Frankenstein films.
Yeah.
Number 12, I think everybody will agree with this. Probably a movie that has done more to cause people to not to want to go to the water than any other film ever. Jaws.
Yeah.
I mean,
we watched that after we got back from Hawaii. Good one.
Number 13, the 2014 film, The Babadook.
Ooh, I haven't seen that one. It did look kind of
honestly tell me I've never heard of it, but there you go.
Ben, I read that as a kid when I would go to the beach as a kid. I read Jaws, Peter Benchley's Jaws as a kid.
Yeah. So, let's see. So the synopsis was a troubled widow discovers that her son is telling the truth about a monster that entered their home. Interesting.
Ooh, okay.
Oops, I accidentally navigated away from it. Now I'm trying to go back.
That's all right. Dale, I will. Dale's like, I've already won twice. I don't want to win anymore, so take me off. That's like, I got you, Dale.
Number 14, which is interesting to me that this one falls behind, given.
I keep spinning.
But it's 1931 Frankenstein. So they give Bride of Frankenstein a higher ranking than the original Frankenstein. Interesting.
I want to say I remember the filmmaker talking about how he felt like the sequel was the one where he could kind of tell the story the way he wanted.
Yeah.
So maybe artistically that was the way.
And then number 15, another recent film, The Lighthouse.
I had zero interest in seeing this movie. Did you see it?
No.
It just looked like Willem Dafoe being weird. I didn't have any interest at all.
A gripping, sternly, brilliantly filmed and led by a pair of powerful powerhouse performances, Lighthouse further establishes Roger Ebert as a filmmaker of exceptional talent. Okay, but they say so.
Lighthouse is great, but it's not horror, says TW.
Yeah, well, I think they kind of lump in horror, suspense, all kind of together on some of this stuff, or kind of our 16, The Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Which one?
1956.
Okay. Not the Donald Sutherland.
No. 1932, Vampire.
Okay.
Number 18, the 2018 Hereditary.
That movie is freaky. That's a really good modern scary movie for sure. If you haven't seen Hereditary, I recommend it.
19, the 2008 Let the Right One In.
So they really rank. So that's the same filmmaker, right? Us, Get Out, and Let the Right One is not them. That's the vampire one, right? The kid, the vampire.
Yeah, this is when a sensitive, bullied 12-year-old boy living with his mother in a suburban Sweden meets a new neighbor. Yeah.
Yeah, the little kid is a vampire. Yeah.
Nice. And then number 20, It Follows from 2014.
Which Chris the Comic Vet was mentioning earlier on the show today. I haven't seen that one, but I did hear it's pretty freaky. The concept, as I recall, is like it's like an STD monster that like it's attached to you, and then when you have sex with someone, it then follows them.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like you pass it on to your partner.
So I'm scanning. Okay, I'm going to go back. I'm looking through here real quick. I'm thinking. So we talked about the difference between horror and like the slasher films, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of So where do you think the highest ranked slasher film lands on this?
That's a great question. I would assume Halloween would probably rank the highest of the.
You'd be correct. Okay. Halloween is the highest ranked of this, what we would call the slasher films.
Slasher, yeah. And it's out of 200, right?
Yeah.
I would say it's going to be in the top 100.
Mm-hmm.
I would put it around. I would say it might just crack the top 50, like 42.
Number 26.
Hey, okay.
According to their list. So we'll see what the other 5 were in a little bit. We'll see what 5 ranked ahead of before we get to our first Halloween there. Yeah.
Isn't that what I said? Like a STD monster that follows you around. You pass it on. But you can get rid of it. That's the thing. You have sex and then you pass it on. You don't keep it anymore. You pass it on.
That's exciting.
There's no penicillin for that.
Yeah. Another that's like it was written by well, never mind. All right, so I just refreshed. We got nobody new to add, so there we go.
All right, we're gonna spin the wheel a couple more times here. So I know that Rob's got 3 more and I've got 1 more. So Rob, what do you want to do first? There it is. So
let's do Alexander Hamilton. This is the graphic history of an American founding father by Jonathan Hennessy, art by Justin Greenwood, and it is signed by the artist Justin Greenwood.
That's fantastic. So if you've got a Hamilton fan in your house, or if you're a Hamilton fan, this might be the perfect
you're you like American history,
right? For sure.
Because it's not the Alexander Hamilton. It's not the Hamilton play.
No, it's not the musical.
This is, but it is based on Alexander
the graphic novel of his life.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so I'm going to shuffle this a few more times.
Cover.
And let's see who wins the hardcover for Alexander Hamilton.
It's actually it's a paperback.
Oh, is it? Okay, with a slip sleeve. Okay.
It's a heavy cardstock paperback.
And we've got Phil. Congrats, Phil. Congrats to you, sir.
Oops, I missed that last name. Sorry,
it was Phil.
I got it. Okay, I got it.
Never mind. Private chat. Yeah.
I got it. Harold, dude, you gave it to me. Come on.
I'm just giving it back. Just trading back. Congrats, Phil. Well done, sir. Let me know how that is, because I may need to end up buying that for the girls at some point, because I know they do love the Alexander Hamilton musical. They probably really dig that. What is up, S. Vaughn in the chat? What is going on, sir? I'm going to spin the wheel now for my last of my DC giveaway options here. So I've already given away 2 of these. I got Ben Parker I'm connecting with, and I got Parm I'm connecting with. So I'm going to spin it 1 more time, and somebody can dive into my trade paperbacks and hardcovers and see if there's something they want in there. So let's get this wheel shuffled 3 more times and spin it again. Here we go. Zeno Johnny, what is going on? Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Barely Zeno coming in twice. Zeno, I will get you some good reading material, my friend. I got a lot of good options for you. I want to make sure it's going to be something that you don't already have, something you're going to enjoy. All right. How are you doing? How you getting used to your seat? You comfortable again?
Oh, it's amazing how you could spend a lot of money on a chair but even after when you just spend too much time in it, it's not as comfortable as you'd like it to be. Yet it's so funny how that lazy boy over there
looks comfy, right?
Chair. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Lazy boy makes a quality recliner. Let me just tell you, that is like the thing. Like when I was growing up as a kid, I remember everybody talking about. My dad had one, my grandma. They all talk about. When I became an adult and I got my first apartment and I bought a recliner. I just bought a recliner. I didn't buy the big brand. I bought just a recliner, and it was like okay. But then when I became an adult and actually had a home of my own and kids and stuff, and bought real furniture, bought that LB, and oh my goodness gracious, what a game changer that was.
Yeah. I want to shout out my man Scotty Vaughn. He's got his show going on this afternoon.
Indeed.
And he's going to have mystery boxes he's giving away. I am donating 2 deep dives into my indie trade paperbacks and hardcovers. So you can get 2 mystery boxes from me made up of great indie books. I got a ton of volume number 1s. You want to try Department of Truth? You want to try Berserker? You want to try Something's Killing the Children? You never read it? I got volumes 1 of all of these different great books, and you can snag some of those by hanging in his chat, and he will raffle those off. So be there for that.
Oh, and he's gonna be interviewing Jason Douglas, who wrote Parallel and Jane America, which just came out. They'll be talking about that, and he's of course a cancer survivor. He went through his battle with cancer. He'll be talking about that, and we have 10 copies of Jane America, the new book. 5 of them are signed by Jason Douglas.
That's fantastic. And as always, all that stuff's in that link tree. The link's down below. So make sure you've checked ahead so that you don't just, stop here and then go on with your day. We want you over at Rob's channel. We want you over at Scotty's, and we want you back at Rob's for the big wheel at the end of the night too.
That's right. You should have just canceled all your plans for the weekend. Why haven't you?
I'm not going to any soccer today. I'll tell you that right now. They're going to be heading out to soccer here in a little bit. I'm going to be putting the earbuds in and just rocking it out.
Yeah.
All right. So we got 2 last items to give away, which are kind of the big dogs, in my opinion, of this the pile of great things
that's
we've
fair.
Giving away.
That's fair.
Can we do that, JLA? Are you ready to do that on the bus?
Oh, let me get my arm out. Lift this thing.
Oh. Get Rob needs to get some exercise.
So this had so this had an MSRP. It was $100, and this is volume 1. So it starts with Brave and the Bold 28 through 30, and then Justice League 1 through 30.
Amazing! Look at that.
It's redoing the cover there of Brave and the Bold 29, which was the second appearance of the Justice League, because as I always say, the robot with the interestingly placed blaster is more important than a starfish.
Definitely a fact.
Or more interesting, but
the chat is loving it. They are excited about it. And honestly,
let me check one last time. Let me refresh to make sure we didn't get anything new before we run this.
When you mentioned all the great things you were willing to help me put together for this show today, that was the one that I was like, oh my Lord, that is one that I would love to get. So amazing.
Yeah. Great artwork on the backside too. So
look at that. Fantastic. Aquaman's riding the door, it looks like.
Oh my God. This is a beast.
Put it down. You got your upper body workout. You're good.
Includes an informative introduction from Roy Thomas and Marv Wolfman.
Ooh. All right, so I'm shuffling all the names again, and let's see who wins that JLA Omnibus Volume 1. It's going to be Nick. Yep.
Hey, there you go.
Congrats to Nick. Nice work, sir. And I got the list here too, Rob, if you need to check it over.
I got it on my spreadsheet there, so I'm all good there.
Nice.
Then I'll put it on the post-it for double.
You're gonna love
It's
it.
like the spreadsheet is my master, and then the post-it on the items just to help me sort stuff when I go to ship stuff.
Right. Well, then, yeah, that's when it really gets extreme. All right, so we got one last item, right? Last
Indeed.
item. Let's take a look because this.
So this is it. The X-Men: God Loves, Man Kills by Chris Claremont, Brent Anderson. This is the original. This is the not the original. I'm sorry. This is the anniversary, extra large format.
Amazing.
It came out. This is they call it the extended cut. So God Loves, Man Kill extended cut. Yeah.
That is gorgeous. Yeah. Such a phenomenal story and absolutely the quintessential X-Men book, in my opinion.
And it's all shrink wrapped in its original plastic.
It's beautiful.
You can have it, keep it that way until you go to your next con, and then you can present this to Chris Claremont because he's at every con, and you can have him sign it for you.
Yes. I love it. All right. So I'm shuffling it for one last time here, folks. And let's see who our final winner for the show is. Austin, maybe? There he is.
Boom, Austin LeMay. Congratulations, sir.
Congrats, man. That is a great prize. Well deserved. Thank you for all that you've done this weekend, all that you've donated artistically and of time. So appreciative. I'm very appreciative of that, man. Oh, so folks, it's lunch break time for most of you. Not for Rob and I.
We still have to talk about those last 5 movies too.
Yes. I just want to make sure everybody knows to click into that link tree and be ready when we jump to Rob's channel in about an hour, because that's when we're kicking off the second phase of the day. We've worked through the morning. We're into the almost afternoon on my coast. And Rob's going to have a massive slab attack going on his channel.
We'll be doing $50 will get you a slab pull from box. And we got everything all the way up to Stan Lee signed books and such in there. We got we're gonna have Gene, the CEO of ShortBoxed, is coming on.
Yes,
he's going to be bringing some books from his collection. If you ever saw his first appearance on the show, he's got some amazing books, as you would imagine. He has a little bit of exposure and opportunity presenting to him all the time. And ShortBox has donated a pack of stuff that will be auctioning off during the show that then whatever it sells for, they're going to match that contribution to the ACS as well.
Perfect. So. Adam's asking, what is our total now?
All right. I'll refresh it one last time.
I think we're still in the 31K 400 range. That's what I think. That's right.
31,819.
We're almost to 32,000. That is phenomenal. And I'm definitely dropping $50 to get into Rob's giveaway in the next show. So I'm going to be participating there. And then hopefully rocking that auction on Sunday to get a ton of stuff.
Absolutely. All right.
So let's wrap it up. We're gonna look at the last few horror films on this.
The last 5 that round out the top 25, but that get in before our first slasher film, right?
Yeah.
So at number 21, the 1932 classic Freaks.
Ooh, that's the Circus Freaks one, right?
Yes, absolutely. Trapeze artists and such. Yeah. Number 22, Night of the Living Dead. So there's your zombies. Yeah, the classic George Romero, Night of the Living Dead.
I'm glad to see the zombie love in the top 25. That's good.
And really, this one shows me that how good this series, but we know this, how good this series is and how great this series flipped the script on so many different tropes and whatnot. And that is number 23, the 1986 film Aliens.
Wow.
Because we already had Alien on, and Aliens, and they really are, despite the fact that they're sci-fi, they really are horror films in space. You have that monster that's hunting and chase people down and taking people out one by one, and our hero just happens to be a heroine.
I mean, those two movies are a great sci-fi 1-2 punch. They are
absolutely
two very different filmmakers, but both able to really tell a phenomenal story in their own way.
Absolutely. Number 24, the 1933 The Invisible Man.
Okay. The original.
The original, yep. And then number 25, again, this one, I don't know, people would traditionally think of it as a horror film, but again, it's in that horror suspense type of realm. 1991. It goes well with a nice Chianti.
I knew it.
The Silence of the Lambs.
And that one would rank incredibly high for me as far as movies that just freaked me out, and I can rewatch and get wrapped up in the amazing performances and
Wild horse.
It's one of, I still think it's one of only three, unless there's win one recently that I don't remember, one of only three movies to win picture, director, writer, actor, and actress at the Oscars. It's not a lot of movies that can pull that off.
Yeah. So there you go.
That's
then
fantastic.
26 was your Halloween, your first one there. Yeah.
There you go.
So you can check out the rest of the list yourself. There's Rotten Tomatoes, top 200 horror films. Amazing. There's a lot of great films on there, and where you want to put one versus the other, I mean, that's entirely.
Sure. It's all subjective.
It's semantics for sure. But as I'm looking up, I don't, in the ones in the 50 to 100, I don't see any there that don't belong. They definitely don't belong lower than where they're at. So I mean, I'm cool with it. So
yeah, that's awesome. Well, and you've seen a fair amount now, Charlie. So now you're starting to get into horror films. So it's nice. This has been.
Oh, well, maybe actually now that I'm seeing this. So here you go. We'll play this game. You were talking about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
it does make the list.
Hey, okay.
Where do we think Nightmare on Elm Street falls on the list?
I'd love it if it made the top.
What's interesting,
100.
and I'll give you something here as a piece. I don't know if this will help you or not, or hinder you, but the number right before it, I almost said the number, which was going to give it away, was the 1932 The Mummy.
1932 The Mummy. Okay,
was right before it, and right after. So it's sandwiched between The Mummy and The Fly, the 1986 The Fly.
Oh, which I like the remake of The Fly way better than the original. The Jeff Goldblum Fly, Cronenberg, I just something about it.
Interesting. Okay.
I would love it if it was in the top 75. So I'm gonna say 70.
You are so close. Number 73.
73. Hey, good. Cracks the top 75. I think just for what Wes was able to do, I think that was pretty amazing.
And here's what's really crazy to me. It beats out some classics. Dracula, the 1931 Dracula gets beat out by it.
I would never have assumed that would be so far down the list.
It beat out The Shining.
Whoa.
Right?
That's shocking. I would have easily put both of those in the top 40 on a list like this.
Yeah. The original Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Dawn of the Dead, the original Wolfman, Phantom of the Opera. These are those are some pretty late, but yeah.
Yes, my girls and I were discussing this, Schultze, the Kevin Bacon in Friday the 13th, the Johnny Depp in Nightmare, some of those actors who had their first big break as the character. Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween. Yeah, for sure. Lots of great actors because it's one of those genres where they're not spending a ton of money on big name actors usually. So they're getting lesser named actors who might get their first big break.
A lot of that happened also with 60s sci-fi and stuff too.
Yes.
Sci-fi and horror were not considered real cinema.
No, not at all.
That was schlock cinema.
Yes.
Until
Yeah, the B movies were usually the sci-fi horror, the heavy genre kind of stuff.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So there you are.
We are going to get out of here. I'm gonna wrap this all up. Rob, thanks for getting up early and jumping in here. I appreciate the time because you're doing so much for this event.
A lot of people are, and that's what's important. Is it's a community effort, and that's what makes it happen.
Absolutely.
But we'll see everybody. I'll see everybody at 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern.
Yes. So
Over-
in basically just under 1 hour, we're going to be on Rob's channel. I'm going to be in the chat. I'm going to be dropping my $50 donation to get into the slab giveaway. Tonight, we're also back on his channel after Scotty and Vaughn is done, because we're going to be on Rob's channel for the.
Well,
big
actually,
rule.
we'll do after Scotty Vaughn will be Comic Man Andy, who will do
yes,
Laugh for Life.
There it is.
And then after that will be the big wheel, yeah.
And then again tomorrow on Rob's channel for the auction with all the amazing items. I've even had people reaching out to me asking about when is the original art time. What time does he start off? So all that stuff's in the link tree down below. And if you just subscribe and hit that notification bell, you will get awareness for every time he launches live, and then you'll be set.
True story.
Right. Yeah.
Same thing happens here too, by the way. If you hit that bell and they subscribe, it's
a
crazy.
Yeah, it works across all of YouTube.
You know what? Here's another thing. If you really want to help all these people, take a look. Really, you will see a little thumb up button and a little thumb down thing. If it's hollow, that means you haven't told YouTube that you like this content. And that means you don't like us. That means you're a fan of cancer. And so that's sad, because nobody should like cancer. So hit that thumbs up button, make it filled in, and make yourself happy. Make us happy.
And then next year when we come back around for more C3, you'll be absolutely locked and loaded for this. All right, folks. See you guys again in the chat all night. And thank you so much for those of you who shared, those of you who donated, and those of you who sent items in or donated your time and artwork. We really appreciate it. So
yeah,
thanks,
absolutely.
everybody.